Welcome to the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, tarot, conjure, and a little bit of everything in between depending on the day. Now, today's almanac is for Thursday, and as you guys know, Thursday is what Jupiter is ruled by. So we're focusing on expansion, and we are also tapping into blessings for the family, the home, and your luck is doing its thing. Now, with this energy behind Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Cancer, now that has gone direct. So anything that you were kind of mulling over, now you'll start to be able to see those plans and that true, not like, I want to say the illusion, but it's not an illusion anymore. Like that veil is being lifted. Now, when you think of the first quarter moon, which is what we're in right now, the first quarter moon of Cancer, this is all about external attraction, beginnings, drawing things in, and calling in lost things. So make sure you're declaring and decreeing when you do, and sealing that energy off as well. I like to look at today as one of those beautiful chaos types of days. Now, in numerology, the numbers that were heavy today were 1111, 1101, 1010, and 101. So those might be, significant to you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Now, in terms of the astrology transits that I'm seeing here today, like I said, we are in that first quarter moon energy, so you are dealing with the system of attraction, but I do feel like it's going to be heavily about you feeling safe and you being able to like process certain emotions. Now, that is going to be interesting today because at 0 degrees we have the sun in, what is this, Aries squaring Jupiter in Cancer. Now, when you see the squaring energy, you know that there's some sort of off energy there. It's kind of like a minor conflict. So there's a need to tap into being comfortable being the first doing something, being comfortable stating. So a lot of what people are used to is being challenged today. Like you're used to something, they'll find comfort in it, and there'll be a bit confirmation, a bit of ego surrounding that. And with that Aries, it's like very direct and very like, this is what it is. So getting comfortable in that phase, 9 energy with the 9 degrees. So that's like endings, closing cycles out. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, would it be in sextile with Pluto in Aquarius? I just see, again, getting started, actually putting in the work, 0 degrees. That sextile energy is giving you blessings, right? Now, the moon in itself with that Cancer energy, right? Yeah, that's Cancer. It is trining Mars, and when you see the moon trining Mars, oh, that can be a system of excess blessings for taking action and deciding to go on a journey. Now, this journey is probably a spiritual journey because we've got Mars in Pisces, so a lot of self-reflection, seeing beyond the veil, and a lot of things just being brought to the surface. Now, what you do with that information is entirely up to you. I also feel like it's all about like who people are when no one's watching, like your true selves. Now, Lilith is in Sagittarius right now, and it is squaring Mercury, which again is in Pisces. So there's a lot of shadow work to be done here and surrounding like the spiritual realm. So very much of spiritual warfare. It's a lot of spiritual warfare, and you're gonna have to get in tune with that trauma and that shadow that's coming from that Lilith energy, like not being ashamed of the journey. Like Sagittarius is all about journey, all about knowledge. So things that you've learned over time, yeah, that's squaring the need to speak up. Like, it may be, you may be ahead. What do they say? I'm feeling like You're early. You're just early. You're not wrong. You're just early type of energy. Like, that's what I get from it. So you're going to have a little resistance with that today. Chiron is also, I believe, hold on, let me go check. It's in Aries. So that's the trauma, the wound, the wounded healer energy. It is conjuncting Venus, which is also in Aries. So be sure not to trauma bond with people today. Be sure not to let like egos come to play, and don't like stifle yourself from new information. You know, Aries rule ahead. So where you tend to get started and be quite comfortable, Aries is going to help you get that little fire. Now, what keeps it going right now is that Saturn energy we're in. Saturn sextile Pluto, which I just told you I was at 0 degrees. So all of that energy is playing. So you plant the seeds, the harvest will actually appear. Now, we're going to go into the message that I received as well. And I'm seeing here we got a daughter of knives. So you definitely there's a message coming from the elevated ancestors. And they are tapping into a few energies surrounding you. It could involve a relationship here, or friendship. Someone, 2 of baskets in the upright. So it could have been a Capricorn with the Miss Robinson in reverse, a mother figure. There's a need to detach from some sort of emotional. This person could be a water sign. There's a need to attach from this person. They're very overly emotional, and this is an energy that you can't seem to make peace with. There's also a father figure here. This father figure could have been a Capricorn. So this is why this energy is unable to, there's a lot of peace being made here. So you got to detach. Somebody's got to detach from their emotions, right? Now I'm seeing here there is a 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timestamp. 3 days. 3 days energy. 3 days. Somebody's gonna make a decision, and they may do it out of impatience, or they're not realizing that they can't continue to invest in something. They've refused to let go of a lot of ideas that are not necessarily going to give the family stability. There is maybe a sense of shame here about not being able to build or act. We got the daughter of sticks in reverse, so that's fire sign energy. Movement. This could be a Leo or an Aries in your energy. Take it where it resonates. But yeah, so collectively there's just a sense of 3 of knives. Like, you kind of got to let it go. There was some sort of disrespect here, or bitterness could be building from the way certain traumas and things played out, and this has shifted into a Miss Ida in reversal towards energy here. There's a sense of impatience about carrying out a task. 2 days is significant. This person may be trying to carry out a task, but they seem to be dealing with a sense of cloudy judgment. This could be under the instruction of a air sign masculine here. This person could be interested in sacrificing someone, maybe by telling a lie. They could have said something about a sacrifice here. Pisces could be significant. I'm seeing here in less than a week, somebody's going to do something very manipulative or some sort of baneful energy here with Gemini. And you are going to be able to flip this around. This is going to be a blessing to you, because once this relationship or contract is completely severed, or this person doing this is going to sever this relationship, a Leo could be significant. He could be a Leo masculine. But this energy, they are going to take action, and it is going to be upsetting in the next month, because you're not going to be like expecting this person to be an enemy, but this is a hidden enemy, and there are several people like behind them too, with the 5 of sticks in reverse. Yeah, so you're fortunate because you're ahead of the game. What your wheel of fortune is, you can move along quickly. Things will be coming along for you in about 8 days. Now, this is like the message from your elevated ancestors. So take it where it resonates. Now, God-wise, I'm seeing there's a stability here within 4 days, but you're going to need to resist the urge to be reckless, to just move too quickly, moving out of emotion, being very impatient. There again, I'm seeing that High Priestess in reverse, so be mindful of that towards energy surrounding you. It could be a living situation or some sort of, with that Four of Wands, it's like stability energy. Yeah, stability energy. This is a past situation that may have caused some sort of tower, but you need to see the good side of the tower because it has caused a balance here. Libra, balance is being restored. Then you got Aries for Empress with Leo energy for courage. So yeah, you just got to take the courage to step into your true calling, your leadership energy. This is Empress Aries energy, like bossy type energy. Your ability to have prosperity, your ability to grow, nurture things is very significant. So you have to stay encouraged. You have to have that feisty kind of like, I got this type of energy. Leo here, boss, just a boss. A boss by nature. Now, collectively, I am seeing where, you may have not been satisfied or reached some sort of goal, but this has created a lot of options, or it will continue over the past, 5, 6, 7 months. Somebody's no longer going to be able to come after you or observe you. Sagittarius energy here. This is someone who's defenseless. Scorpio energy, because you are being cared for. Cancer here. Someone seems to be unhappy. Maybe it could be about beliefs here. This is a situation that does need to heal, and you remain determined to evolve, Pisces, and there will be some sort of deal or contract in your favor. Capricorn energy here. Yep, making a deal. There will be a deal here. Now, near future type things. In the near future, there is a lack of balance here in the past. The lack of balance in the past was due to some sort of idea or offer. Somebody could have believed the Queen of Wands was out to hurt, or there was some sort of damage caused here. 9 days, within 9 days, and a Hierophant towards energy. Someone's going to be called to take some sort of action here. Taking the high road, and making peace with the situation. This energy is not looking to fight. 7 of Wands in reverse. They seem to have nothing. Like they've lost control of a situation. About 4 years ago, there's a loss of control here. There's a lie being spent. An Ace of Swords in reverse by a King of Swords. There was a lie by an air sign masculine. He's hiding. This person is not wanting to reveal themselves, but it is an air sign. Could be legal, but there seems to have been a bending of reality. Temperance in reverse, Sagittarius, a bending of the truth, and this is causing an ending of this cycle. Now, yeah, something's not being revealed to you. You don't know everything, but a secret's about to come out. And somebody's losing patience because whatever game they were trying to play, you're still moving in peace. Wisdom, you'll pay for peace. There's power in that, right? So this person is no longer inspired. Somebody could be afraid here, maybe of your protection. So this energy is not going to be able to work with something. This is not an energy you're going to be able to work with. Someone hasn't changed. Yeah, Taurus energy here. This person seems to want their freedom. So there's going to be some sort of creation here. Something going on behind the scenes. Stillness, Aquarius energy. Something's going on behind the scenes. There's something maybe during Aquarius season. You need to tap back into a memory. Maybe it's something you were creating that could give you your freedom. Your financial freedom with that provide energy there. It could happen by Taurus season. So take it wherever it's. But yeah, judgment's being called here from something in the past. Again, there's that Libra energy. So you're going to have to take action and call judgment here. Especially when you examine the fact that in order to end this stagnation, yeah, because somebody doesn't want to be held responsible. Yeah, you got to be mindful of that type of energy. I'm not going to go too deep off into that. I'm going to keep my team brief. But yeah, you gotta be mindful. Somebody is definitely very much hateful, death energy here. This person hates you, they end you. And that's not, a trigger warning, but the spirits are wanting you to know that this is a situation that needs to be laid to rest. But someone is uncomfortable here. They're not confident that they can trick you basically into adapting into some sort of mediocre sense. They want you to minimize your energy here. You might think you can trust this person, but Spirit says rebirth in reverse. This person is trying to destroy you. They're trying to consume you. This is family energy. Some sort of work's being done here. And your kindness, your kindness is going to take a L. Yeah, somebody wants you to lose your blessings. Ooh. Now, that's a negative energy. Ooh, I read that backwards. Yeah, you gotta be mindful. Backwards and forwards ain't none of it good. Still, them being consumed with destroying you, getting you to trust their energy, but it's bad. This person may be trying to minimize something as though they've adapted, but this is a trick. This is a trick. This person's maybe wanting to trick you out of your confidence, resting spirits, cunning. Somebody hates death, hates the idea that this is over. I could read that both ways. That's crazy, but I'm going to leave it at that because we haven't had a full read in a while, so I'm going to let y'all hold that one. Now, in the spirit of getting clarity and strategy, I would definitely recommend going ahead and clicking the link in my bio to get a full personal reading from me today. So yeah, click the link in my bio for that, guys. If it resonates, don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who it can help. And tap into Patreon, guys, as we go through the spring cleaning for the next week. Tap into my Patreon so y'all can get into the rituals and teams and the herbs that are available for you guys. Okay. Yeah, I got a new one up. We got an old one if you want to tap into that one. And I got a new one too. So it's spring cleaning, baby. The pollen is doing what it do. And astrologically, we are in like the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So any miscommunication, like things are starting to kind of lend their way. That Daughter of Knives is very indicative of that. Like, let me tell you what's going on so you'll know what's what, okay? Now, whether you take it, they telling you to follow your instincts, though. And I'm going to close those roads. Yo, thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to stand there and get that guidance and that information for the collective. Oh, yes, announcement. If you have reached out to me for a guest spot on the podcast, I will be sending that information out to you guys shortly. So we feature guests every Wednesday. So I'll be tapping in if you reached out to me via email, okay? At thecushconcierge@gmail.com. All right, y'all. Well, that's my word, and I'm sticking to it, okay? Like I said, if you are looking to get clarity, don't hesitate. Go ahead and book a reading for today. I do have openings for live readings till 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are in an emergency situation, reach out to me and we'll work it out. But yes, that's what I have for today. Love you guys, mean it, and per usual, we will chat soon. Bye.